We've just witnessed some candid moments between family members. It's clear that honesty isn't always easy, especially when it hits close to home or when it involves our deepest and darkest secrets.
Speaking of secrets, can you imagine being a 17-year-old teenager who had just found out that they were pregnant? How would you feel? I would be afraid and terrified out of my mind, and honestly, I would keep it a secret from my parents. Similarly, in 2021, a young teenage couple botched an abortion and continued to bury the stillborn baby in a garden. There were so many nasty comments online saying that they were heinous or evil, but I think as a society, we're missing a grave point.
Why do teenagers feel like they don't have a safe place to go to or a trusted adult that they can turn to as well?
Abort.
Abort.
I'll abort it. If it was in like the early stages, I'd probably abort it. I won't tell my parents.
No, I won't tell my parents.
No. Yes.
I'm Jennifer Hing. I'm the founder and director of Safe Place. I was 17. I found myself as a pregnant, unwed student. And at that time, my parents were already divorced. I had a very bad relationship with my mother. And my relationship with my then partner as well was not very good. So when I found out I was pregnant, I was very scared. I was very, very desperate. And I found that I had no one to talk to, or I didn't know where to get help. Then I went for an abortion. And then when I was 19 years old, I found myself pregnant again. And at that time, I was in a very abusive relationship. And so I told myself, there's no way I can have this child. I don't want to be with this man who beats me all the time. And so I had a second abortion. And at that time, I thought that the abortions were going to help me because of the societal perspectives, right? That I'm too young to be a mother, it's irresponsible for me to raise the child by myself, etc. But after the second abortion, I realized that the abortions actually did not really help me. I felt that something in me had died, and I felt that I was a bad person, and no one had to tell me that. I just felt that that couldn't have been right. I felt alone, I felt abandoned, I felt rejected, and my life did not improve. And now I have the added memory of the two abortions, which were very traumatic experiences for me. Yeah. I would tell her that it is a lie that she's alone. Yeah. I would tell her that you think you're alone, you're really not. And from the 30-year-old later self looking back, I can tell you, guarantee that there are people around you who will walk with you and support you and help you and be there for you. You don't have to make this kind of life-changing decision by yourself. Yeah, no one can. At 17, at 19, even at 25, this kind of life-changing decisions should not be made alone. Yeah. One of the main reasons why teenagers, like for example, if they get pregnant and they don't tell anyone, is because they may feel like, I don't know who I can trust. Maybe I've gotten burnt before, I made mistakes before. And so then I just fall back on what's familiar. But what's familiar may not be the best. Yeah, may not be the wisest. And that would have long-term consequences that they may not understand at that point of time. Yeah, oh man, it's so hard, I know. So if you're a teenager or young adult who is unmarried and this pregnancy wasn't planned, and especially if your partner or your family members are not supportive, I think it's really important that you do not make rash decisions. Yeah, I think it's now there's somewhere like Safe Place where you can actually talk to people who firstly have experience handling situations like yours, who also have the resources, so we're not just all talk. We also can provide you the support that we can see that you need. And think through your options really carefully before you make a rash decision. I mean, just know that you are not alone. Just know that now it's different from when I was pregnant 30 years ago. Now things are really different. So do reach out for help. And there is really no shame, no judgment at all, right? Safe Place is an initiative that seeks to empower unsupported pregnant women to make life-giving choices. So essentially, we step in to help women who are pregnant and they feel like, oh no, I don't know what to do. Can I raise a child by myself? I have challenges and needs in my life that I don't know where to find help. So for us, we want to come in and be able to resource them and to support them. I started Safe Place because I believe that every woman has such a great sense of strength and dignity innately in them. And unfortunately, because of circumstances, sometimes this dignity and strength is either hidden or stolen. And so, especially when women are pregnant, I think they have extra needs and vulnerabilities. So I started Safe Place because I wanted to empower these women so that they know that they can actually make good choices on their own. Yeah.